Hi YouTube, it's Naya, and I came to show you guys everything that I picked up from the makeup show. Now, the makeup show was held in New York City on May 4th and 5th, which was last Sunday and Monday. It was held at the Metropolitan Pavilion, and I only attended one day, but when I tell you guys, I had an amazing time. I got to hang out with Jonay82, Wilder JMC, better known to most of us as Alexis, Purple Eye Diamond. I also got to meet a couple of my subscribers, Miss Gray MUA, and I also got to meet a young lady who also does has a YouTube channel, and her name is Miss Beautynista MUA. And when I say this young lady was sitting on the concrete beating her face at like 7 in the morning. Like, it was, she had this little handheld mirror and she was going to town. The makeup show was awesome. It was tons of product there, and a lot of pushing and shoving. Now, if you guys have never done makeup show or IMATs, you must put that in your immediate future, because when you're watching us do these videos, you really don't get the full essence of attending one of those events until you actually go. It is awesome. You need to go there prepared meaning you need to have a list, and everybody laughs at me because I always have a list, but that list will help aid you in getting to these booths, getting exactly what you want, and then moving on, so that you don't get caught in the crossfire of all the masses converging on one booth, and then this line generates, and then you're standing in line for 2 or 3 hours. 2, you need to wear some comfortable shoes. It's always cool to go and look cute, but them stilettos will not make it through a day of makeup show or IMATs. Flats will be your best friend. 3, come early. The earlier you get there, the better off you'll be, because once those lines start forming, you will find yourself stuck in a line for 2 and 3 hours, sometimes just to get up to the booth and view the products. A lot of times it is better if you come early. This way you can kind of get to a booth before a lot of people are there, pick out what you want, order it, pay for it, and then you can move on to your next booth. And then 4th, come there with a budget. Otherwise, you will find yourself spending all the cash in your wallet, and now you're pulling out the credit card doing this. And when you get home, you've now spent thousands of dollars. So those are some tips of surviving the makeup show. I'm going to show you guys everything that I picked up. The first thing that I did was I went to Anastasia of Beverly Hills, and I was a little disappointed when I got there because I really had my heart set on getting those concealers, and they didn't have any of them, not a one. And I was like pissed. Literally, if Jonay82 was sitting right here, she probably would show you guys some face I made, like when the guy told me they didn't have them. I was like, are you serious? Like, really? Okay. Also, when you go to these shows, some of the vendors will offer 30% discount, some 40%, some you may even get 50%. And then you'll go to some and you won't get any discount at all. They'll be the regular price. So at Anastasia, if you are in the market for dip brows, that was the sale. The dip brows were going for $11. I didn't need any dip brows, but I did pick up the contour palette, and it was not discounted. It was $40 plus tax, so I paid $43 and change for the contour palette. And you guys have seen this, so I'm not even going to bother pulling it out. The next thing that I got from Anastasia was they were also debuting a new brush, and this is the number 20. And basically it is a push liner brush on one end and a spoolie on the other, and this was $11.75. So that was everything that I got from Anastasia. And when we happened to go back upstairs, which that is where Anastasia was located, because at the pavilion, the first floor had vendors, the second floor had vendors, and then the third and fourth levels was where all the classes were being held. When we went back up to the second floor, Anastasia had a line that was ridiculous. A line to pick out your products, then you had to get in another line to try and go pay for your products. So being there early, we didn't have to do any of that. We went straight to the booth, got what we wanted, and then we left. All right, the next thing I did was I went over to Makeup Forever, and Jonay 82 and I went over there, and the first thing that really caught my eye was they had these stackable jars with the sifters, and this little kit was $2.50. So when they told us it was $2.50, we were like, okay, we want a bunch of them, but they only had like 3 or 4. They looked through their supply, couldn't find them when we were at the register, so the young lady told us to come back later, maybe they'd find them. When we went back up later on that afternoon, they still didn't find them, so I was only able to get 2 of them. And these would be great for like your pigments, your loose powders, your midnight powders, things like that, just to make them more convenient and easier to carry in your kit. The next thing I picked up from Makeup Forever, I got a mini mist and fix. I got a bottle of the Scentsy Eyes, and these were like $5 if I'm not mistaken. And then the next thing I picked up another HD blush, and I got this one in number 515. And it is that really beautiful orange blush. And then while we were at Makeup Forever, the gentleman was telling us about their discount on the flash palettes, and you picked a flash palette and then another, and you got them for $100. Well, we thought we would have to like buy maybe the original one and then another one, but the one that Jonay 82 and I wanted was the neutral palette, and we didn't know if they would let us get the deal since we both wanted the same exact palette, and they were like, sure, no problem. So we both picked up the neutral palette. And you know the flash palettes run for $100 by themselves, so we got this palette for 50 bucks. So that is the neutral palette. So that was everything that I picked up from Makeup Forever. We left Makeup Forever, and then we went over to BDELLIUM Tools, and Jonay 82 went crazy at BDELLIUM Tools. I thought I had my list and I didn't, and so I had to kind of try to go off of memory. So I picked up the 777, and this is a shadow brush, and the eye brushes in the studio line tend to run between $5 and $6, and then their face brushes tend to run between $8 and about $12 to no more than $14. And the studio line is the yellow handle brushes. So I picked up the 777, the 733, which is just a basic lash spoolie, and this was $5. The 777 was $5. I picked up one of their blending brushes, and this one is the 776, and it's just like the MAC 217. This brush was $5. I picked up the 773, and this one is the shading blender, and this one definitely reminds me of the 239 by MAC, but it's $6. So definitely have to check out BDELLIUM. They make some really awesome brushes, very sturdy. The construction is phenomenal. I picked up 3 face brushes. This first one that I picked up is the $9.44, and this is the tapered contour brush, and it looks like this. Really, really soft. Great for powder, blending concealer under your eyes. You could actually contour with it because it has that nice tapered point. And this tapered contour brush was $8. So I got that. The next brush that I picked up is the 975, and this is the mixed powder brush. And this brush was $10. And it looks like this. Nice and fluffy, super, super soft. Great for dusting powder. Whatever you want to do, you can do with this brush. So I picked that up. The next brush that I got was the 962, and this is the Angle Blusher. And the Angle Blusher was $10. And it looks like this. Great for applying blush, your contour. Love it. I love these BDELLIUM brushes. I think before long I will probably be done had the whole blasted collection. So those were all the brushes that I got from BDELLIUM Tools. Then I stopped over at Haifa Hoto. I only own one Haifa Hoto brush prior to this purchase. So when I was over there, I had been watching the Fancy Face, and so I picked up two of the brushes that she highly recommends. And the first one I picked up is the J5529, and it looks like this. Nice and small and tapered. Great for a person who has a smaller lid space to work with, or tight crease area. This will give you nice precision also, and blending your crease out. And I love the finish of the Haifa Hoto brushes. So I want to say that the J5529 was $18. The next one that I picked up, this one is the J142, and it looks like this. And it's a bigger version in comparison to the 5529. And this one, really, the J142 reminds me a lot like of the MAC 222, 226, which was limited edition. Great for blending out your crease. I am totally looking forward to utilizing these. So I thank the Fancy Face for her review and demonstrations of these brushes. So those were the two brushes that I got from Haifa Hoto. Then we happened to stop over at Lady Moss. No trip to Makeup Show would be complete without lashes. And the deal at Lady Moss was you buy 11 pairs for $20. So I picked up 2 pairs of the number 46, and these are red cherry. I got 3 pairs of the 218s. I got 3 pairs of the Demi Wispies. I got 3 pair of the 213s. And 3 pairs of the 217s. And that was more than $11, so I paid, I think, a total of about $26 for these lashes. So those were the lashes that I picked up from Lady Moss. Then we went downstairs to Hoovers, and I've shown you guys some of Hoovers palettes last year. Last year the palettes were going for about $18, and we had been kind of hearing rumors that the palettes were going up this year, and they were about $25. Well, after looking at the booth, they had a limited edition palette that they were debuting at the show, and lucky for us, it was actually only $20. The great thing about the Hoover palettes is they come in Z palettes or in a book form. And so here is the limited edition, and they call this the Window Palette Mixed Powders. And so you kind of have your array of shadows, blushes, liner colors, bronzing kind of colors, mattes to glitters to shimmer. It's everything in here. And this was 20 bucks. So I picked that up. They also had these lip glosses, and they came in a package like this. And this very first one is called Laguna Beach. And I will give you a quick swatch of that. So there is a swatch of Laguna Beach, and these glosses were $5. This next one that I picked up is called Purple Rain, and it looks like this. Here it is swatched on my hand. And the last gloss that I picked up is called Angels. And they have like a sweet kind of caramelly smell to them. So there is a swatch of Angels. I also picked up from Hoover, they have their own brow gels. And it reminded me a lot of the Dip Brows. And these brow gels were $5. They come in a package like this. And I only picked up one shade, and this one is in light brown. And I will give you a swatch of that. So there is a swatch of light brown. And like I said, these brow gels were $5. And then the last thing that I got from Hoover, they had these like $2 bins, and basically in the bin you could find lipsticks, lip liners, eyeliners, facial products. So I kind of browsed through there, and I picked up one of the revitalizing mask, and it comes in a jar like this. I pulled the seal off so I could show you guys the product. So that's what it looks like inside. I will test this out and read up on it and come back and let you guys know what I think about this revitalizing mask. So that was everything that I got excuse me, from Hoover. Next up, we were downstairs taking a quick break, and Alexis was telling us and showing us some items that she picked up from a company called Sena, and the products looked amazing. So we decided to go in and check out Sena, and basically everything that Alexis had shown us, she said she got for $1. And so inside, you know, you get all these great little pamphlets on their products. And so we picked up a couple of things. And I picked up a couple of lip pencils and eye pencils. This first one is called Lagoon. And here it is swatched on my hand. This next one is called Empire, and there is Empire. Here it is swatched out on my hand. This next one is called Black Orchid. Reminds me of like Night Moth by MAC. And then this last one is called Inky Pinky. And this is really soft pink. Kind of pinky lavender. And there is a swatch of Inky Pinky. Then we picked up a couple of their concealers, and the concealers came in a package like this. And this very first one is called Suede, and it looks like this. And there it is swatched on my hand. This next one that I got is it's called Vanilla. And this will be for your more fair skin clients. So that is Vanilla. Or you could use this in your waterline, because it's a nice, pretty kind of nude for the waterline, if you don't want to use a stark white. So that is Vanilla. And then the last thing that I got from Sena, I decided to try out one of their brushes. And this one is called the Babyface number 21 brush. And it looks like this. And it's really fluffy. I got this for like blending concealer under the eye or setting your under eye concealer. I am going to use it for that. And so far, like I said, it's pretty soft, but I'll wait and see after I've washed it and used it a couple of times. So that's everything that I got from Sena. Then I went over to NARS. And NARS had started forming a pretty big line, and I really only wanted one thing, and that was the light reflecting setting powder. And I'm not sure how much this retails for in Sephora, but at the show it was $26. It comes in this cute little package right here, little pouch. And this is a translucent powder. It is called Crystal. And it looks like this. And this is just a pressed form of the loose translucent powder. So I picked that up from NARS. Next thing we did was we went down to OCC. And when I say I kind of went a little crazy in OCC. So I picked up like 7 of their new pencils. So I picked up Hoochie, this pretty blue in Pool Boy. I picked up this red, which is NSFW. This kind of corally red, and this one is called Grandma. A nude, and this one is called Penny Royale. This vampy kind of plum color, and this one is Black Dahlia. And then the last one I got is called Anime. So those were all the pencils that I picked up. Then I picked up some of the matte lip tars, and the main one in the matte category that I wanted to get, that I go to Sephora and it's always sold out, and that was Roller Girl. Just a beautiful, beautiful purple. I'll give you a swatch of Roller Girl. So there is a Roller Girl. So I picked up Roller Girl. The next matte I got was called Mannequin. I got this corally one. It's called Kimber. This metallic one, and it's called Hollywood. And this would also be just, you know, lightly will be a great highlight shade to tap into your highlight. And there is a swatch of Hollywood. And the last matte lip tar I got was Pool Boy. Also at the show, OCC was debuting their new Summer 2014 Stained Gloss Lip Tars. And so I picked up a couple of those. This first one is called Hinduist. And I will swatch these for you guys. Whoa. So there is a swatch of Hinduist. This next one is called Off-World. And unlike the ones from last year, the very first stained gloss they brought out, these seem to have a lot more pigmentation. So here is Off-World. This next one is called Nomad. And here is a swatch of Nomad. And the last stained gloss I have, this one is called Concubine. And here is a swatch of Concubine. So that was the lip tars I picked up. And I picked up 2 of the OCC polishes. I got the polish in Pool Boy. And one of the new summer colors. And this one is called Radiate. So that was everything that I got from OCC. And then the last stop that I made was I went to Alcone and I picked up one of the Beauty So Clean conditioning brush cleansers. It comes in a bottle like this. And then I picked up a bottle of the cosmetic sanitizer. Ooh, about to drop it. Sanitizing mist. So that is everything that I picked up from the makeup show. Also inside of, when you went to NARS, you had the opportunity to apply for your Pro card as you did at Mac Pro and a couple other places. And then they also gave you a discount card for 30% that you could use at 3 different locations at 3 different times and get 30% off. So I thought that was really cool of NARS. So that is everything, guys. I have a quick little giveaway. All you have to do is be a subscriber to the channel, thumbs up the video, be 18 years or older, and leave only 1 comment down below. If you could go to Makeup Show, what would be the first vendor you would go to? Alright, so I'm going to let this little giveaway run from today till Monday at midnight, and then I will come back on Tuesday and announce the winner. So what I'm going to be giving away is a Lime Crime lipstick, for which I picked this up at IMATS and got home and already had it. So I picked up the lipstick in D Lilac, and it looks like this. So you will win that. You will also win 2 of the new Ruby Kisses lip lacquers, and this first one is in True Blood. And then the next one is in Midnight Plum Black. So Be 18 years or older. Thumbs up the video. Be a subscriber. Leave a comment down below, and I will come back on Tuesday and announce the winners. If you guys have any questions or any concerns, you can also leave them down below, and I'll do my best to get those answers out to you guys. I hope you enjoyed. Sorry this video was so long, but as you see, I went over budget big time. All right, bye.